I'm an Eshay. What the fuck is an Eshay? Like, I'm still cool, but I'm old enough now where I don't know what the fuck that means or who it's about. So I actually went to our old trusty Skynet friend Google and I googled EeEShay. What is an Eshay? You are dying to know, I can tell. Apparently, based on Google search results, an Eshay is defined as Pig Latin. You know that stupid little language you thought you were cool for speaking when you were in primary school? Adoption. You thought you were doing something funny with your friends. And then the Eshay, or the noun Eshay, or plural EeEShays, is Australian slang, a member of an Australian youth subculture favouring, get this, sportswear and electronic dance music. Welcome to 2023. I mean, back in my day, and that where I used to live, that's about enough to get you beaten up. That sportswear and electronic dance music with a mullet that it looks like a child has cut, like tried to cut their own hair with some blunt scissors. They have these mullets and they're not even, you know, the stereotypical thing of like, you know, work in the front, like business in the front, party at the back. Nah, this stuff is sprouting all angles on top and then just a thing down the back. You look like an idiot. And I don't know how you were raised, whether your mum cares that you've done that or whether they think it's funny or cute. No. In the real world, we look at people like you and we think, shit, poor bastard. He thinks that's cool. The reason I'm even making this post, this episode on EeEShays, because there was recently something that came out in the last couple of days saying that nightclubs in Australia, certain clubs, are banning red shoes because apparently it's associated with these EeEShay people. How cool or scary can you possibly be when you wear... What has red shoes got to do with anything? When I think of red shoes, I think of Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. You're not cool. I also think of occult symbology, but that is another episode. And then secondly, aside from that, how much of a knee-jerk reaction fuddy-duddy thing is to ban people wearing red shoes to your establishment? What the hell is going on in this country? I mean, it's the least of our problems at the moment, I mean, given the state of the world and everything, but holy shit, it's dominated most of the news cycle the last 48 hours, and I just don't get it. I was, as you know, I'm a gamer sort of, so I was playing games, and somebody's handle on there was EeEShay. So, you know, you've got like Little Miss, or you've got Big Balls McGee or something, and then this person had EeEShay. And I was like, lols, EeEShay, into the chat because lols, EeEShay, right? Apparently they're petty criminals and roll you for a cigarette. Rolling someone for a cigarette, I can see now how, I don't even know if that's a petty crime at this point because they cost so much. Yes, apparently it's a youth crime subculture gang thing that originated in Sydney. Gangs in Australia, it's a really stupid concept. We've got 26 million people in the entire country and we're all spread out. There is plenty of turf for everybody, okay? Don't start shit because you're bored. I know this place is boring. We are like 20 years behind everywhere else at least, usually. So the EeEShay thing makes me laugh because the last few weeks I've been walking around my city and I've been seeing tags. You know, you get a spray can when you're younger and you're like, oh, you're gonna get tags and stuff and, you know, be a little bit of an outlaw. But I've seen it recently and it's stuff like, there's one called, what did I say the other day? It was the original baby gangster CrIsPs. And I was like, oh honey, no. There's just so many things wrong with that entire concept. The original. How can you be original if it comes from CrIsPs, which is a gang in America, or, you know, pockets of gangs in America? It's basically subculture. It's part of history. And people know about it. Like, look at, we're in Australia. I know what that is. I know that there's beef and feuds and everything. And so anyway, so the original baby gangster, baby gangsters, and CrIsPs. Original baby gangster CrIsPs in the middle of a city in Australia with barely any population. Nobody cares, okay? I don't know who you're projecting this to try and be cool to because it's not me and it's not the people older than me, I tell you that right now. I like to keep my ear on the ground a lot with stuff. And even I don't know what the hell this is about. So it just tells me that if you're going to represent yourself as an original baby gangster crip, I just think about where my tax dollars are going. Because whatever they're putting towards the public school system is not enough. Or maybe it's too much. I don't know. Whatever. Because we're larrikins in Australia and also New Zealand, so most of the stuff you see, like the TikToks and stuff that will discuss it, it'll be like, you know, a piss take. It'll be someone making a monkey out of stuff and playing into the stereotype. So that's one thing. So it might not actually exist. And also, you know as well as I do, mainstream media, they'll grab anything to get some clicks in a headline and to get people that are really out of touch or flustered about something. Oh no, there's gangs are gonna take my ciggy butt brain, you know. So we can't put that past them either. But I'll say if it does exist and it is a movement that warrants nightclub owners discriminating people who like to wear red shoes, if they're mobilized and it's an actual organized crime syndicate or something, come on guys, you can listen to better music than that. Side note, I do know it's Eshay. The extra E is for ew. Oh, the irony.